Cheekysport on Rinse.
Alright, you're now tuned into Rinse FM and this is Cheeky Sport. You're here with myself, Big J.
Gareth Bale Akeem.
What? Okay,
He's coming to Man United, isn't it? He's coming to Man United.
No, he's not.
He's coming to United, people!
Oh, well, we might as well start with Gareth Bale then.
Yeah.
Obviously, you lot might have seen a whole bunch of fake memes, like me and Jack was in.
Yeah.
Bare fake news about Zidane saying, if I had a full sub, I wouldn't
Rubbish.
even
Yeah,
play.
wait,
do you know
fake
what's
news,
mad
man.
about that as well, yeah? When you see comments like that,
It just
most
goes
people
mad.
don't bother searching. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I only had a second to glance
copy
at
and
it. And
paste, bang.
I was like, raw, did he say that? I was like, why would you say
But then
something?
there was no reputable source to
Bro,
actually claim that he said that.
there's
But then-
no...
But that's what I hate about a lot of these football Twitter accounts. They literally see something, they just go, yeah, copy, paste, bang. And then
So what did he actually say that was close to it?
From what I heard, I think one of the actual direct quotes was that he said, if I think a player doesn't fit the style of football or the style that I want my team to play, then I won't play him.
Yeah.
So it was something along, I'm paraphrasing here, but
Yeah.
it's something along the lines of that. And then obviously someone's fault.
And then Bale's agent come out and said, those comments don't concern, don't worry us or the Bale team.
We'll stay here. Yeah, we've got a
we're
contract.
fine.
Yeah,
we've got a contract.
I think it's odd that he chooses to still stay at a club where he's not going to be
No,
playing.
no, he wants to go. I think it's just his agent playing hardball in terms of saying like, look, he will stay here. If a club comes in that's right, then we'll leave, because then it puts him at a stronger position than as it would to be like, oh yeah, I'm leaving, just put me anywhere.
But what do you think's the reason? You know, when we're talking about, because obviously
500k a week.
Zidane. I mean, Zidane a few times said he's not the sort of player he wants to come.
Bro,
but what about him? He's not, because I'm not being funny. I'm not trying to compare him to Ronaldo, but he is the same.
I honestly don't think that Zidane thinks Bale's dead.
He does though.
I honestly think it's the
Do you know
500k.
what?
Nah, bro,
what
money's nothing.
Bro, I think he don't want it.
What I
man.
heard was that last summer, Ronaldo, the president was like, look, we're going to keep Bale. Ronaldo's on his way out. We're time to get rid of Ronaldo. And obviously Zidane and Ronaldo had a great relationship. And he's obviously thought, nah, this is a joke. We can't get rid of Ronaldo and keep Bale.
That's
Ronaldo's
mad.
way ahead of him.
Yeah.
And then they've gone, no, like, we're going to get rid of him. Bale's going to become sort of the centrepiece. And then Zidane's left. So he's left Madrid, and then he's come back, and Bale's still there.
But do you think? But even that though, do you think it still means he should be so harsh?
No, of course
to them?
not. I think it's ridiculous, personally. You can't treat one of your own players like that.
One of your best players.
Yeah, exactly. 100%.
Why
Because
not? Why not?
No, because
Put some respect on his name.
Managers like that to bet like
no.
No. But
it might not be as public, but bro, not a manager doesn't like all their players.
yeah, but can I just say something?
no.
Even sometimes
you know
the
that
stars-
make-
You can't make that-
bumps
you can't
bro,
make that
Pep
obvious
bumps
like
it. Look
that.
at Pep. He bumped heads with
Sane.
He's bumped with Sane this season. Now Sane's
Definitely.
going to
Yeah, but he's not
Bayern
come out.
Munich.
Yeah, but he's not come out and said anything about that.
No, I know. All right, I hear that not coming out and saying nothing.
So
but
for me, I think
is it the
especially-
public? Is it
so-
the public thing we're basically?
Yeah.
talking about?
Firstly, that, and secondly, you got to remember what Gareth Bale's done for that club. He might not have set the heights that he was intended to do when he
scored
came.
in hella finals.
But he scored in he scored in the Copa del Rey final when he ran
off the pitch.
ran off the pitch. He scored 2 goals in the Champions League final against Liverpool. He scored in the Champions League final against Atletico Madrid. You can't. I don't know. There might have been a few other.
moments,
But he scored a lot of crucial goals for that club. So
And
and to see the way some of the fans treat him, I think there was a clip that went viral a month or 2 ago when he's coming out the car park and there's Real Madrid fans like attacking his car. I was like, well, how can you treat someone like that?
But Bale's done a lot of weird things though. Like,
yeah,
I remember when Bale once scored a penalty a couple of months ago. And he just didn't celebrate.
Oh yeah,
and then they tried to get him. He was like, "Get off me, man! Get off me!"
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah,
We don't know what's going on behind the scenes. For him, something mad must have happened for him to react.
But that's why I'm so baffled. That
And
he's
this
not
is why, for me, so this is me. To me, it's very, very simple. If they don't like you, bro, you just talk about fans, bro. Cut.
Yeah.
So if you were Bale,
And that is why,
if
to
you were
me,
Bale,
the
though,
500k,
where would
the
you
500k in
Where would you
the
go?
week.
Where would you go if you're him though?
Wherever they pay me 500 bags a week.
So it's all about money. then.
But bro,
The
to me, that's
the
why
only
it's
team
still
stupid enough to pay that amount of money is Man United.
Exactly. And
No,
let's be,
and PSG. PSG.
And
has done
PSG.
that.
Yeah, and PSG.
And so let's be real here.
Yeah.
So let's be real here. Your manager don't like you. Your fans don't like you.
No one likes
No
you.
one really likes you at the club. Why are you still there?
Can I just comment as well?
Because you're getting 500k a week.
While we're talking about Barcelona, obviously Barcelona just signed. Pretty much, Bale will not be playing next season because at the moment it looks like the front three's already been secured. Yeah, and that's without
for Madrid.
Yeah, even without Hazard, and if Hazard comes, he definitely is.
So they bought Luka Jovic.
And then obviously
he's a great striker by the way.
That's already done in it. So that's done deal, innit?
Yeah, that's done. I don't know who the others.
What talking about? Who else? Hazard?
No, but I'm saying even that.
With just that signing in itself.
because Benzema will still play. So
Yeah,
end of
Benzema
the
will
day-
still play.
I don't think so because I think Jovic will come and replace him.
I think both of them will
Yeah,
play
I think he's
together.
one of the top scorers in the league as well. Yeah, so
They'll play. They'll both play. But either way, if Hazard comes,
Benzema should be in his
Bale's not going to be playing. Bale's not.
Yeah,
gonna be
yeah,
playing.
yeah.
But here's the thing, anyway. One thing I will say while we're talking about Real Madrid, like, and I'm not trying to make this like a big story or whatever, but end of the day, this is proof that managers do not make much difference to clubs most of the time. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Like
No.
Like
I disagree.
like Zidane.
Everyone
No,
disagrees.
do you-
We've
do
had
you-
this
do you-
argument
Do you know what?
already.
When Zidane came in, for a couple of years ago, to be honest, it's funny.
I feel like it should be Chris.
No, wait.
You football
hold
managers
on,
don't make
hold on,
difference
hold
to
on.
clubs.
Hold on, I'm not saying. Let me rephrase. That was a bad way of saying it. Not what I mean to say is they don't mean everything. It's not like because people think that managers. Oh, don't worry. If we get a world class manager, everything will be fixed.
Nah.
Yeah.
No.
So Zidane, his league form from the 5 years he's been at Real Madrid collectively has actually been quite poor anyway. Yeah. But I think they said this is one of the worst Real Madrid seasons of all time. Yeah. Or this present day.
Yeah.
Solari was obviously poor, but Zidane's come back in and his form I think is as
What
bad.
was my man's name before him?
Solari.
The one that
Lopetegui.
He thought he could sign for Madrid and then still be the Spain manager. And they're like, no.
But you know what?
Time to leave, mate.
You know what?
Time to-
Yeah, so that's my comment. But either
Yeah.
way, my question to you guys was quick question, is whilst we're talking about Hazard and all this stuff, Real Madrid. Do you feel Real Madrid is in that much of a dissimilar position to Man United in the sense of we're both
No,
last year's been a waste?
because the last 3 years they've been the best team in Europe.
Okay, so you think that's the key thing?
And at the end of the day,
I agree.
and we also know, unfortunately, the way that the payment rights work in La Liga, they're always going to be a shoe foot in to be.
Whereas Man United is going to be
League.
dropping down that
You
that
see, with United, it's been consistently poor for a long time.
Exactly.
Whereas with Madrid, it's been one off season.
And the thing with United, it's more like it's going
Yeah.
down.
I think what saved
yeah,
Real
yeah,
Madrid
yeah.
is those Champions Leagues, obviously.
Oh, 100%.
Because otherwise they'll be in just as bad.
No. Which is
situation.
obviously, bro, not winning
But
anything.
You see, the thing is, going back to your point about Zidane, for me, obviously he's left the club in a good state. They've won 3 Champions Leagues in a row, and then there's been 2 managers since him. So for me, like, despite the fact he's done wonders before, he's come into a toxic environment already. And bearing in mind, this is a Real Madrid side that's been like, there's a lot of players there that sort of entering the twilight of their careers.
Yeah.
So they've lost Ronaldo, Modric, and all these Benzema. All these players are starting to get a bit
A little
older.
bit on, they're getting on, yeah.
So I mean, obviously he's coming and hasn't done a great job, but I think give him a summer to rejuvenate the whole squad, because they need a complete overhaul in that club now. They need to start getting rid of players and bringing in a
Yeah,
whole
I
load of
agree.
new players.
And let's be real here,
And-
we're not all super impressed by the Barcelona club.
No,
We're not all.
What do you mean?
They're a good side, Barcelona, but we know that they're beatable.
Yeah,
We've seen them
yeah.
concede a lot more, and they still got their football philosophy, but we don't get as gassed at this Barca 11 as we did. With
It's a shame that Atletico is obviously losing Griezmann because this would have been
a few Godin
this
as
would
well.
and Godin, yeah. It would have been
Godin,
it would have been a good chance for Oblak. A lot of the keeper's going to go as well. Oblak.
yeah.
I think this would have been a good opportunity for them to actually probably stake a one of them years where they could ease,
like, we could do a thing.
They can actually do a proper thing.
Yeah.
Not win just about, but actually proper.
Yeah.
It's funny though, because I feel like with a lot of the powerhouses in European football now, they're starting to get to the twilight ages of their squads. So like you've got Atletico rehauling, getting rid of not getting rid of 3 players, 2 leaving because they're looking for greener pastures, and then obviously Godin's moving on because he's how old is he now? He's
34,
old.
35.
Yeah, he's old.
And then you got
I thought
Bayern Munich, Ribery and Ribery both leaving. Rafinha. So Real Madrid, obviously,
I can't believe they, like you're saying, they're letting them go really far into the twilight years, isn't it? For real.
So it's got to the point now where I think this season in European competition, all those clubs have been like, oh right, it hasn't really gone to plan. Time to refresh because these clubs need to act on it quickly, because then what happens is that you get a stealth squad, fans start getting a bit frustrated, and you get into a situation where you start losing your grip on the European football.
You know what's weird? It's weird though. It's like I think sometimes when I don't know if I was a player looking at going to Juve or Bayern Munich, or even Barcelona, I wonder if some of the factors of going to a club is like, this league proper is not competitive. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Because like Bayern Munich's won it 6 years in a row.
Yeah.
Juve's won it 8 years in a row. PSG's won it
I thought
7
Bayern
years in
won
a row.
8 years in a row.
Bayern's won it something like Either way,
I know
They've won it 6 in a
They won it 6 in a row. I think about Celtic. sorry.
Bayern PSG, Bayern PSG, Celtic, Juve. They have literally Those men have pretty much won it every year. They literally like how can you win it, bro? I know
PSG have been awful this year in the French league, and they're still like 15
remember
points
here
ahead.
to win it back to back is a big deal, and I feel like we should segue into because we ain't got a lot of time. We've got to segue into the domestic treble.
we have
all the formidables. Like, are we gonna start including?
Who's your guy, that Man City fan I always see on Cheekysport?
Lumbie. Yeah,
AK White Vincent Company.
Yeah. Big Steve.
Large up him, man.
Big Steve don't play no
like
games.
A cool dude, so.
It's funny because we met Big Steve outside Wembley one time, innit? And bro, when I say that guy's like, he's new age City fan. Like, he's not a newcomer, but it's just the fact that. You know when someone's been, when you've been following your club for years and they've been dead. The good thing about talking to City fans,
you sit in the shadows.
Yeah, when you talk to City fans, they always tell you, listen, bro, humble yourself because we've been in the dirt. So let us enjoy it.
They've been like Division 3.
Exactly.
Like, this isn't like the last 20 years.
So for them to be where they are now, like I wanted to. So do you guys include that charity shield thing? Did you see that hashtag formidables?
Nah, what, bro? It's a friendly. It's a friendly.
No, what the charity shield?
Yeah, it's a friendly. I wouldn't even put that up in my room.
I think it's like
plate.
No. The plate. I'll eat that. I'll use it for iftar, and that's it. You know what I mean? When I break fast, I'll use it. But
them ones.
Yeah, that's it really. I won't even wash it.
But I think obviously they dominated domestically.
Yeah.
But then I think
6-0. That was.
I think it's.
Hey, large art squib. He was fuming. Bro. So quickly before we go, Alex, he put in our group. He was like, that Simpsons meme. He goes, "Stop! He's already there." So he put that in there, and I put it like that emoji, and then he just cussed. He was like, "We relegated you. You're in the championship." I was like, "Whoa, that 6-0 really hurt it."
Still, if you're having a good.
Was that the team that relegated you?
Yeah.
They were the final.
But
final team.
But you know what? I think Watford
record loss by the way.
Watford is one of the.
But they equalled the record.
Equalled the record loss of 6-0.
But that's why I'm so surprised a team like Watford even got to the final. Yeah, only because they're one of them teams. Yeah, that they're so good at hot or cold. If they're cold, Oldham would batter them. You know what I'm saying? Like Oldham would put them to work. You know what I'm saying? They're one of them teams,
when they're on job, they're on job. And
when they're on job.
Hey, do you know what? I love Troy Deeney, but he looks like a mug now. I remember in the semi-finals, like, he's going home a loser, and then he get pumped 6-0 in the final, bro. That's an L. You might as well not qualify.
I saw a video on Haters TV of him picking up the runners-up medal. Fam, he looked like he went to bang everyone in their face. Come on, we're gonna go pick up this dead medal, fam. Like that.
But you know what's funny though? I think like I think the way Javi Garcia set up was poor.
Gracia.
Whatever.
Yeah. I mean, whatever. We're a football podcast.
Yeah. Well, we need to be correct. Why do you always want corrections?
Why always correct? You can't help it, bro.
But listen. Yeah, the way with Man City, you need to get to half time.
Stop it.
No.
Akeem, don't.
You do.
No. Maybe so, but let's not.
Stop playing that.
Let's not do this whole how to beat Man City.
No. But to be fair, if Pereira scores that chance in the first half, it's a different game.
They still lost 6-1 anyway.
No, it wouldn't have been 6-1. I don't think they would have gone on to get a draw or win, but I think it would have been a different game.
But I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. In the semi-final, when they beat Wolves, I was like dead.
Yeah,
because Wolves is the team that would have given a better cup final.
Just hit them on the break, convincingly.
But Watford is just probably were more excited about the occasion. Ooh, Wembley.
Yeah, they had a big screen in Watford in the main square somewhere in Watford to watch the final.
Hey, big up Wolves though, man.
Yeah,
but let's look at
Europa League football.
And let's look at
you know what? I'm so upset.
Straight from Championship.
I'm so upset.
To European football.
That's what we should have done.
No. Yeah, that is what you should have done.
That is what we should have done.
Do you know what I do? I rate Fulham's ambition though.
Yeah, we had ambition.
Do you know why? Which was it? You saying it?
What,
bro? I remember it was one of my friends who's a coach for Fulham. He was saying that basically the guy who runs Fulham, basically saying that
Khan.
Shahi Khan.
Yeah, apparently he's like super ambitious, innit? And he was like talking about how they're gonna come back to the.
Yeah. We're redoing our stand this summer.
But then again,
so we're actually increasing capacity. He's not holding back.
All chairmen are ambitious, aren't they?
No, they're not. No, what Mike Ashley, for example, he isn't.
He's ambitious, but not for Newcastle.
He's ambitious in all of his other projects. Oh, that guy, mate.
Too funny.
But whilst we talk about Fulham, obviously, because Fulham are are going down. Obviously, Sessegnon looks like he's leaving.
Bro, I can't lie. It's looking a bit peak.
I'll be honest. I don't see how anyone wants him after that season.
Bro,
I'll be real with you.
Let me.
I think it's definitely a prospect.
He's a prospect,
do you know
but
what? I'm not gonna act like he had an amazing season.
No, he didn't. So look, let me break this down for you. Sessegnon, he's
I was gonna say.
No worries, just produce him. Go on.
Can we put that on silent, please?
It's fine.
That's all good. So Sessegnon's coming to the Premier League. It's not been a
So I
great.
just remember the Roy Keane thing.
Oh yeah. We got to talk about that. Oh
No, I'm talking about. We got to talk about that. I'm talking about. What? Why didn't you take it off?
Oh yeah.
Is that?
Why did you take it off? You coming in here with your
Yeah,
phone on?
it's his face. Yeah,
Coming on load. Your phone's on load.
And he was actually disgusted.
He was
Bro, he was
fuming.
so
He was
upset
actually
about it.
fuming. Yeah.
bro. Like,
That guy's never happy though. He's never happy.
Anyway, yeah, go on. Sorry, bro.
Yeah, bro. Honestly, he could get. He's never happy. That guy.
Sorry.
So yeah, he started off kind of well. And obviously Fulham didn't start off that well.
Yeah.
So what's happened is that we've got a new manager in, and Ranieri just said outright, "Oh, he's too lightweight. I'm not playing him." Basically.
Okay.
So he went for a whole period of the season where he was coming on for like 10, 15 minutes, and it ruined his confidence. Yeah. I mean, even speaking to big up Yannick, who's Ryan's older brother, who I chat to, he was saying that he ruined a lot of his confidence. Which is natural.
Very natural.
Yeah.
Because I thought,
especially with a man of his age.
I thought going up, obviously from the from Championship, I thought the three key players for you was Mitrovic, Sessegnon, and Tom Kent.
Yeah, 100%.
But I feel like two of those three really disappointed.
Kenny was unfortunate because he was injured quite a lot this season, so it was very stop-start, and he finally started to get into some form as soon as Ranieri left. Shock. Yeah, you dumb Italian.
Ranieri's still one of the best managers.
Mate, he's already left Roma.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
You
know what I mean?
What does he do? Exactly things.
I don't know anymore. Just go and retire, bro. You're done out here. You're done out here. But I do think there's still there is a lot of quality and potential to unlock in Sessegnon, and I think in the right environment and the right guidance, I think he'll be perfect. He'll be a perfect player.
What do you think? What do you think about him going to Manchester United?
I don't think Man United is the right place for him. I'd rather him go to Tottenham. Because I don't think Man United is the right environment for him to go into.
What does that mean?
He's going from one toxic environment to another, in my opinion. And that's not even...
Well, you think Fulham's toxic?
Well, not at the moment. But I mean, he's come from...
somewhere where his confidence has been shot.
There was a period of time where it was quite toxic at the club. And for me, I don't think for a guy who's looking for some guidance, I don't think going to Man United is the place for him.
So who would you prefer, Sessegnon or Wan-Bissaka?
Wan-Bissaka, yeah, 100%. But can I just ask while we're segueing on to the Championship, obviously in the playoff final, what's your thoughts on Fulham's as things stand? If you were to start the season now in the Championship, do you think they can go back up?
I think we can, and
based on the rest of the team's strengths.
The reason why I think we can go straight back up is because the last time we went down, we weren't prepared for the Championship. We had no idea. Like the Championship had changed so much since.
Because you're keeping hold of Schürrle and Mitrovic.
No, they're going. Schürrle's gone. He's already gone.
Schürrle's gone, right?
Yeah.
He's got Babel.
Babel's gone.
Yeah, Babel's always going to go though.
Do you know what? Big up Ryan Babel.
Yeah.
He was our best player since January.
He put in a shift,
Put in a shift. He actually put in a lot of work. Really tried hard for us. He wants to be in the Dutch national team. He can't be getting in the squad when he's in the Championship. So do you know what? He's one of the only players who's left. Where did
Schürrle go?
Well done. He's just gone back to Dortmund, I think.
And Mitrovic has stayed.
He stayed, but currently I think Everton are looking to buy him. And then also Chambers, another notable mention. He's gone back to Arsenal, but he's someone that put in a lot of effort for us. Yeah, which is weird considering, he's not actually a Fulham player, but he put in more effort and heart than a lot of the players.
That happens.
That 4 or 5 year
I remember that happened with.
I
remember that happened with what's his name? We went to Palace on a loan for Man United. One of our, is it Tinzeb? Who is it?
Not Tinzebe.
It was Fosu Mensah.
Fosu Mensah.
Yeah. He was at Fulham, awful.
Bro, we've interviewed Fosu Mensah like 3 times. How can we forget his name?
I know.
He's dead food.
You know what's funny? No.
Sorry.
No, you're right. He's not good. No.
Sorry, Timothy, but he's not Premier League.
Big up Fosu Mensah, but he isn't good enough for.
You're not Premier League.
Because at the end of the day,
he's good enough for Premier League.
He's Premier League.
Bro, he was wank.
Bro.
Yeah, but
he was rubbish for us.
No, he said he wanted to fight to come back to Manchester United, but he didn't fight hard enough.
No.
He's still got a long. He's still got.
But both of his loan spells at Palace
Palace
and at Fulham, he was trash. That's just facts. You ask any Palace fan, they'll tell you the same
Yeah,
thing.
he wasn't. He
trash.
hasn't been the best. Hasn't been the best.
Hasn't been the best. But yeah, I think we'll come straight back up because the last time he went down, we had Felix Magath, who's probably arguably the worst Fulham manager in my lifetime. We weren't prepared for the league, and I think once we started to build that character and understand how to get out of that league and take sacrifices and not spend loads of money on big players, because you need structure in the squad in the Championship. You need like those grafters that are going to get yellows and
all that.
just
It's
just break up play and stuff.
So
like
let's talk about the teams that are coming up.
Yeah.
Well, or the two possibilities.
I hope it's Derby. I don't like. Aston Villa.
Yeah, it's funny though because I feel like you.
Can I just ask you a question? Sorry,
like Villa.
before we talk
What
about the
was saying
final,
that?
do we think it's a little bit disrespectful the eyes thing with
No,
Derby?
100%.
No, for the Bielsa.
It's a little bit
Spygate.
disrespectful.
No, why is that?
Spygate.
Huh?
Explain to me why that's
It's
disrespectful.
disrespectful because
He spied on them. It's bad. No, do that.
Huh?
We need to see
No,
more things.
but
like
you know
that.
what made that funny? It's because Frank Lampard was so upset about that.
Yeah, he was.
Bro,
proper
he
upset.
was proper livid about
But
that. They
that's-
should be deducted points.
Yeah,
Like
but
he was
you see-
proper
but
mad
you see,
about that.
you see how mad he went.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, but
Because of
yeah.
that.
Do you know-
And do you know what? Big up Frank. I'm not
what?
supposed to like Frank Lampard because of Chelsea, but I've got a lot of respect for someone like him because he's a manager that shows a lot of like, what I like about a lot of these young managers coming through is that they still got the passion and desire, and sometimes they lose their composure when goals go in, and I like to see that the human side of it. So for me to see him dancing and getting them to sing at the end in the away end, it's like that's what you want to see as a fan, rather than the old straight
Job
down the
done.
tunnel.
Yeah.
No, none of that.
No,
I
but
want
big up
to
to
be
Frank
in
Lampard because I never
Big up
thought.
Frank
I
Lampard,
don't know where Derby finished last year. I think they finished 7th or 6th.
Derby are notorious, bear in mind, being a championship man myself, they're notorious for being in the playoffs.
and then not going up.
And then, no, not even that. Sometimes, well, apart from last season when we played them in the playoffs, they'd make it into the playoffs, and the last few games of the season, they just drop out of it and not even make the playoffs. Wow. And then when they do make the playoffs, they always bottle it. Always. I mean, they bottled it against QPR in the final a few years ago when Zamora scored. They bottled it against us
last year.
Last year they bottled it against us.
That game was so weird because obviously
They were all over them.
I'll be honest. Obviously, there was always that confusion for a lot of people about in the Championship about the away goals rules.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the QPR one.
But and also
I mean, it's not that confusing.
no,
There's
when
just no way.
when I mean confusing,
I know.
It's really confusing.
No, when I mean confusing, I mean because when Derby was up, in that game, I was obviously on Twitter, and I was realizing people were like, why is Frank Lampard still so stressed? Because people didn't understand, like, you're up, and the away. People didn't clock that the game was still on a knife edge until literally last couple of minutes. Frank Lampard was on edge. It's almost like he thought Leeds are gonna still score. Do you know what I mean?
But then I think them going down to 10 men helped a lot.
It did.
Yeah,
I think if they didn't go down to 10 men, Leeds would have done it. Probably.
Leeds.
They both went down to 10
Do you know
men,
what?
though, innit?
Shout out Leeds. I saw a lot of Leeds fans cussing Fulham and Huddersfield for going down. You bottled it again. You bottled it again. And you'll bottle it again.
Can I just say,
and you'll bottle it again after that.
Why are you so upset? Why do you not like Leeds?
No, he
Because
just said. He just said.
do you know what? Big up some of their fans because they've got some good fans and they've got a big fan base. But a lot of them love to chat. But do you know what they do you know what they do the most? All of them.
Big up Mark.
Do you know what they all like to do, Leeds? They love to bottle it. They love to bottle it. Every season, you guys bottle it. Every year, we're a Premier League side, bro. You haven't been in the Premier League for like 15 years now. You're never coming back, and this will come to bite me in the ass because they'll probably get promoted.
100% next season. Yeah, of course.
But
if you come up with them,
and Villa,
like-
I just did not. I want it to be anyone. I wanted it to be Derby or West Brom, just not Villa or Leeds, because some of their fans are just do my Villa as well. Gave it all that chat as well. Last year you got it, innit?
Yeah,
last year playoff final, they're saying, Fulham aren't even going to sell out. Well, there's going to be 20,000 Villa fans in the away and didn't hear a word from you lot in the final. When you lost 1-0,
we're talking about the Championship. This is Jack's bag, you know.
But who do you think will be a better crack at the Premier League out of Derby and Villa? Because I think Villa personally.
I don't know because
man like Tammy Abrahams.
You see, the thing with Villa is that there's been a lot of there's just no consistency at that club. There's like they've recklessly spent on players in the last few years. If it wasn't for their new owners coming in to help save the club, they would have been in financial disarray this season because they spent so much money trying to come up last year and they flopped it in the final against us. So I think for me, I think they're one of those clubs that have a lot of ambition, but as soon as they get into a position, they'll do something similar to us and spend recklessly and go straight back down again. Because the They turn over a lot of players at that club. I've seen a lot of big players go
Just
to
come
that.
and go, yeah.
Just come and go, and it just doesn't work out. Sometimes I think they find it hard to get some sort of consistency there at that club. But I think, I don't know. Would they do better than? I don't know.
We'll see.
I
man.
personally
Either way, Villa don't go up.
At the end of the day, unless you can do what Wolves done, man don't really care.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing.
I think Villa would do a better shout just because Villa will probably be able to attract.
I'd like to see
players.
what Grealish could do in the Premier League.
They'll be able to attract better players.
Grealish is a baller. I'd like to see what he could do there.
And I love the revival because he was almost dead in the water, to be honest. A few years ago.
And do you know what? He's calmed down a lot, considering like there was a lot of talk about his attitude and his discipline and all this.
Now he's captain.
Bruv, he got lamped in the back of the head against Birmingham.
Bro, that was a mad thing.
And he held his own, laughed it off, and banged the winner.
Scored, yeah.
That's what you should do.
Yeah.
So respect to him.
Good attitude.
Big up Jack Grealish.
Hey, we're not going to talk about Vincent Kompany and all of that.
Yeah, so now obviously what about
this guy's been on his phone the whole episode.
Yeah, I know.
No, I haven't. That's rubbish.
That's true.
That's absolutely rubbish.
Whole episode, mate. We're gonna.
All right, listen, guys. If you could time
watch.
Because people get onto me about being on my phone sometimes.
Well, people get onto you for wearing sunglasses, mate.
I know.
Exactly.
I know, but I saw the comments last week. I want you to make the most liked comment about my sunglasses this week. Jermaine will transfer you £50. So
Why
leave
did
the
he come
top.
up with that?
Yeah. Or ask for, or give him your shoe size. You guys don't know what I'm talking about, but we do.
Inside joke. Inside joke.
Do you know how mad that was to sound?
Yeah.
Give me a shoe size.
I know.
Okay.
Chris will like that one.
I know.
He will.
He'll love that one.
What we say? Let's talk. All right, so obviously, Vincent. So you might, bro. I just want to do a little quick Vince Kompany tribute. Obviously, just like obviously, like
his big head.
Yeah, massive head.
Great defender. Gary Neville said it all. He's the player that I would have wanted Man United to have. Certainly after Vidic.
Do you know what I wanted to
Rio
ask you?
left.
Do you know what I wanted to ask you, Jack? Yeah. You see a player like Kompany in terms of they stay at their club. They kind of the badge means a lot more to them. They fight for it that little bit more. It's almost like they care that little bit more. I think we're living in an age now where footballers
it's gone.
that loyalty's not really there like that.
It's gone, and I think it's sad because for me personally, if I was in a position of some of these Premier League footballers, personally, I wouldn't like to chop and change clubs. I'd like to stay at a club and build a relationship, not within the club, but in the city as well. Like to see what he's done in terms of his charity work outside and helping to. He's a Mancunian now, and I think to see someone come from a different country, play for a club for nearly a decade now, and to embed himself within that culture, I think it's brilliant. And personally, I think that doesn't exist anymore. And it's a dying breed.
Interesting.
I think there's two factors about Kompany that makes him so good, yeah. And the first one, like you said, loyalty, yeah. And that is worth something. Like I said, we talk about it all the time. People talk rubbish about Messi's not as good as Ronaldo because blah, blah, blah. Said, bro, loyalty counts for something.
I agree.
Do you know what I mean? And staying at one club counts for something.
That's a legacy there. It's a legacy.
And he is the true legend of Man City, beyond
course.
Aguero,
He
beyond Yaya Toure,
he
and beyond David Silva.
epitomises every success they've had in
100%.
Exactly.
And you know what's good about him? What's good about him is just like when Rio was sitting here and he was talking about it. Rio was, like I said, he was talking about how he was in the mood, how he weren't clapping hands with someone, the opposition. Do you know what I'm saying? Do you know what I mean? And the Kompany, it has that sort of mentality that all those other great defenders have, like, regards to what people like, if they like him or not. John Terry.
Yeah.
Vieira, Keane.
He doesn't scream loyalty to me, if you know what I mean. But
yeah, but you know what I mean. I know, but you know what I mean. Like he had that never say die attitude. And that's why Kompany...
And the winning attitude, I always want to say, even when they got the Premier League, they were like, yeah, we need to go. He was still focused on that treble. Do you know what I mean? He was still focused.
And the value of having someone who is like that in the dressing room, yeah.
I think it's going to be detrimental to City for him to leave.
I was going to say that.
Even if he's not playing, he's a big figure.
Quick question. Was it here that I said that Sane and Gundogan are leaving and you man was
Gundogan?
No. Gundogan.
Gundogan.
What do you think?
Gundogan. Because that's the same. It was here. Did I know it was here? Do you know how it was? It was here because I said the exact same. I always say Gundogan. Because I don't say Gundogan.
Incorrect.
Just like
how do you know no one else?
That's like me calling you. That's like me calling you Jermaine.
I don't, bro.
Jermaine.
I've been called Jamel. I've been called Jamel.
Jamel, yeah.
Jamin. I've been called...
Don't even move on to surnames as well. How people...
surnames! My surname.
Agiaco.
Bro, I've had people just look at the phone like, oh, like not even.
You know in class when the supply teacher comes in. And goes, Jermaine, Jermaine. Yeah, Jermaine.
Well, you must have heard soone call you Jaik.
Bro,
Jaik?
mine's peak. Jack, Jake,
But
Jaik.
you know what's annoying? I bet you don't even correct them. But you're hella correct, man.
No.
You're hella correct, man. But when someone calls you Jake, you don't say nothing.
Do you know? I'll be honest. If it's someone I don't care about, and I don't think I'm going to meet them again, I'll just won't.
Let Jake
why
can
not?
run.
Yeah.
Jake
Cool.
can run.
I'm never going to see you again.
I'm not gonna lie. There's bare people who call me Hakeem, and I'm just like, right, you
Hakeem.
Hey,
see
so
me.
wait, how do I say Gundogan?
Gundogan.
Gundogan.
Because you know since he's Dortmund days, I'm like Gundogan.
What about his first name? Say his first name.
Alkai.
Is it Ilkay? Or?
Ilkay,
Yeah. Ilkai. What did I say?
I don't know.
Alkai.
All I heard was a noise.
Anyway, the person who's laughing at you was
Jar
Chris.
Binks, mate.
Oh, was it Chris?
When you're talking about Sane
I
leaving.
said them two players. No,
But Sonny is not happy. I don't care what anyone
No,
else
bro,
says.
he's blatantly not happy, bro. Blatantly, those are the two players
It's
that I
peak
said.
because he's a great player, and I think.
No, but you know what? What did you think about that Pep thing with the Sterling thing? I thought that was lich. A lot of men are saying that's not lich.
Big man, just relax. Like you just won 6-0 in the final. Like stop.
Hey, what,
Do you know what I mean? Like people like that on vaults like that 24/7. You can't hang around.
I think, yeah, no. But that's what everyone says about Pep. Everyone says how when they chat to Pep, he just kind of like times out of conversation.
Yeah.
It's like he's thinking of 4-3-3s and that.
No, you see the
Hey, you know
the
you're
picture of them
talking
on the plane, and it's like him and like one of his coaching stuff, and it's like a video, and he's like, look, you see the Liverpool front three, and the guy goes, bro, we've won the league. Just stop, just let me relax. We have won the league. Go away.
But on that note, obviously, like that's a good winning trait to obviously continue pushing
course,
forward.
yeah.
But I feel that is why with Man United as well, going back in the past, that's why Fergie kept Scholes and Giggs there way beyond.
Of course.
Their
Even brought
years.
Scholes back.
Do you know what I mean? You needed it because you needed that winning mentality. Like Giggs was there till he was like 38. Scholes there to like 36, blah, blah, blah.
Well, he retired and then he
came back.
Yeah.
But that's why I think those guys will miss Kompany. But I tell you what,
Big time.
Aguero is still about and David Silva is still about, yeah?
Yeah, but
I
I don't
thought
think there is. I don't feel like they're as commanding as he is.
No, but I doubt Silva will leave only
And when's
because...
Aguero gone? Aguero's here till 2021.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I doubt Silva will leave though because they're going to a Puma deal now and Silva is one of the main Puma guys.
Oh, okay.
So I doubt he'll leave.
That is how it works.
Well, bro, Pogba,
Say-
bro,
Oh,
you
oh,
don't,
say-
bro, you don't
Well, they
understand.
moved it to Puma, so he's definitely staying.
Bro,
you don't-
no. You're laughing
You
about
don't
that.
think
You're
it's a bit-
you're
you
laughing
don't
about that, but
think
you don't.
it's changing,
You don't
though,
know
Jack.
how significant that.
Jack, this thing's
Wait,
changed,
you don't know how
Jack, brother.
significant Pogba and the Adidas connection with Man
Yeah, but
United
that's
was.
different though. Silver's
How's
not
that different?
Because Silver's not their main
Oh,
man.
Stormzy. No,
Huh?
Stormzy Pogba.
Why do you thought? What?
We don't dab.
We just
Oh my days.
big up Stormzy.
Hey, no, what I'm trying to
I'm
say
on the
is this
remix, by the way. I'm on the voice
Oh,
of the
it's,
remix.
it's 30. It's 30.
F Huncho.
Where are you finishing?
Yeah.
No, what I'm trying to say is, yeah, at the end of the day, I do actually kind of agree. I do believe that some of the players have that power, but I realise Silver's actually not there.
Well, you don't think Silva's that guy?
No. Silver's a legend.
Yeah.
But he's not that guy for them no more. I just clocked in it.
So who is the guy?
No,
he's
Sterling.
still-
Huh?
Sterling and
And who else? KDB.
Bernardo Silva.
No, let me say,
No,
I see KDB in that final, yeah.
Alright.
Sometimes he does stuff, and I'm like, nah, this guy's class.
Nah,
It's
he
too
mocked
mad.
it. He actually mocked it.
He's mocking
He
people.
mocked-
I'm like,
because
ah.
they're 5-0 up, and he's like running at their defense. I was like, bro, like, come on.
Nah,
Bro,
he's the
that's
worst.
like-
He's
yeah,
the
he
worst.
don't
That's
care.
like
player.
them three up front, man.
Yeah.
That's like he's not doing the pep team like my
Yeah.
brother.
It's
Chill,
like, bro,
fam.
like, look, he's crying. Look at him. What's it? Holobas, he's crying, man. Stop running at him. But no, and Bernardo Silva. He's
Yeah,
one of
Bernardo
their
Silva's
most
top.
important players by far.
Yeah, 100%.
By far.
Especially where he filled
Yeah,
in KDB's shoes well this season.
100%.
Hey, what, you were not going to talk about that whole thing that Pep said about the Champions League? You put the screenshot
Yeah,
in the
so
group chat.
obviously Pep said, for anyone who didn't know, he said his legacy ultimately is defined by the Champions League, which is true. It is. That's it. He needs to win the Champions League for Man City because he didn't win it for Bayern Munich. And people always frowned upon him for winning the Champions League with Barcelona, unfortunately, because he had Xavi, Iniesta, and Busquets and Messi. Yeah? And those golden four, people say anyone could have won
But
the
do
Champions
you know
League.
why I think he's come out and said that? That's for him. I don't think that's a...
No, but
I love
no,
the memes. I love
no,
it when they go to the comments and they're like, my nan could win the Premiership with this.
They always say that about Celtic, innit?
No, but you know what?
They always say that about Celtic, bro.
You know what? Normally, you know what?
It's true though.
Normally, with this, I would have said that, yeah, with Man City this year, yeah. But Liverpool was so good. If Liverpool weren't that good, I would have said, you know what, bro, Pellegrini could have won that. No, and I'm not, do you know what I'm saying? No, it's true, and he would have. But listen, let's not take, and I know they finished with so far they got no trophies, bro. People need to not forget how good Liverpool are as well. Bro,
that's why
bro,
it's
Liverpool has lost, bro, in all competitions, they've lost 3 times all year. And 2 of those losses, yeah, were like, just by the thinness of margin.
No, wait, who did they lose in the Premier? Was it
Man
Wolves?
City?
Man City.
And that was the goal. That was that tiny goal, that VAR goal. That's the only loss
There's
all
no
year,
VAR in
bro.
the Premier League.
Yeah, it wasn't that.
It was.
It wasn't.
There's no VAR in the Premier League.
No.
What are you talking about?
There's no VAR.
No, sorry,
no.
not VAR. What I mean,
You're talking about the Wolves game,
line.
the Wolves game.
No, I mean goal line decision. Sorry.
Oh, right, yeah.
The goal line.
Yeah.
Remember, the ball just went over the line, just.
Oh,
and then
Sané banged it in, I swear.
no, you man are forgetting. Man City scored by literally Aguero. It just went over the
Was
line.
it the first goal?
Yeah, and then remember Salah almost scored just on the other end.
Yeah. And then what's his name scored?
Or something like that.
Sané.
I might be
Sané,
slightly wrong, but
yeah.
either way, they've only lost
And
one.
then they lost
only
to
once,
Wolves
so
in the
that's
cup,
it.
didn't they?
And lost to Wolves in the cup.
Wolves,
And then
yeah,
they
that
lost.
was the one I was thinking of.
And then lost in Champions League as well. That's it. Yeah.
To Barca. Yeah.
Oh, 3 times all season.
Man, and then
No!
where are you finishing?
No, but if they win the Champions League, then it's like it's calm.
Okay, are these two? Are them
calm.
two?
Your season's safe.
Are them two still light years ahead of everyone else? Yeah, for next year.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, 100%.
That'll be the top 2 again next season.
Bro, Hazard's gone.
Who's
Bro,
the closest to them two out of the other 4?
Tottenham. Can you imagine? That's a joke. Exactly. The fact that Tottenham, a team that don't sign people,
2 windows.
Bro, listen. I keep saying this. I don't think people hear me. There's a difference between signing dead players and signing nobody. Nobody. Didn't bring in no young G, nothing.
And they could win the Champions League.
How people are still recycling the Pochettino meme. Still holding.
Yeah.
We've been recycling that for like.
That's people like Dominic Soler.
Bro,
Do you know what I mean? Every
new year, Dominic Soler.
Yeah, he pops out the bushes.
Yeah, do you understand?
I large up Dominic Soler.
I think I'm doing it wherever you are.
Yeah, breaking his fast on the stairs.
It's such a shame, man.
What, Dominic Soler?
Dominic Soler. Ruined his life
Mate,
in one
bro,
night, mate.
Do you know what?
One night.
Listen, I would do anything to meet Dominic Soler. Just to chat to him.
You should bring him on Graham Daly.
Oh, bro, I don't know. I think Alhan from Gasworks, he said something like 10 bags for someone to find Dominic Soler, and we put him on Gasworks.
No, do you know the funny?
Him on Gasworks. Are you a boca?
All I can imagine. All I can imagine is the title being Dominic explains why he done it on that
All in capital letters. Yeah.
No, that's bad. Right,
Better exclamation marks. Should we do some comments? We
let's do some comments. Let's do some comments and then we'll wrap up.
All right, we're not going to talk about the boxing now. After staying up till 5
Hey, right, bro, Brazil. You see what the commentator said? He said he's hit him so hard they could feel that in Brazil.
I don't know why. I don't know why.
Bro, how are you so dead, bro? He got knocked out in a minute and a half.
Brazil is well known for keeping his not having his guard up a lot of the time. He's very open in terms of his defense. He's got usually,
no, but it was the way he
do you know what his defense is? His chin. That's his defense. he just takes the shots.
Hey,
but Wilder's shown that he's the hardest puncher in the division.
100%.
Yeah, 100%.
And I think he is the only. Obviously, can't mention Usyk, but he's the only heavyweight now that I think has not been knocked down. Because obviously, Parker White, Joshua, Fury, they've all got knocked down.
Yeah, but remember, he's fought no one until he's fought Wilder.
But he still fought Fury, though.
AJ will knock down Wilder, 100%.
Bro, I'm not sure about that.
I think AJ will
remember AJ didn't knock down Parker. Remember that?
Parker did a lot of running that.
Yeah,
don't get twisted. I think he'll beat Wilder, but I don't think he'll knock him down. Because he'll knock him down. He'll beat him from
Eddie Hearn, mate. Just make the bloody fight, mate.
Mate, we need it, guys. We need it.
Bro, why? Do you know what? Why are we in a? Why are we? I know. Just before we move on from boxing, why are we somehow in the middle of 2019 and we still have Fury, Wilder, and Joshua all undefeated? How can he still all be undefeated?
Everyone's holding their belts like this,
brother. Someone's always got to go. That's what they're saying, bro. Someone's got. How they all fighting like some random bums? All of them.
Alright, I'll be real.
Read a couple comments.
Yeah.
One quick question before we do the comments, yeah? Does anyone think Ruiz has a chance against Joshua?
Who?
Ruiz against Joshua.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh,
No.
Bro, he's got the same body shape as me and Jermaine.
yeah, it's dead.
No, but he's a good fighter though. Andy Ruiz.
How long
Don't
do you
get
think he's gonna
twisted.
last for?
4, 5 rounds, I reckon, and then he'll gas out.
Are you ready? Are you guys ready for
Alright, go on.
this?
We'll go to the
I
burger.
actually found probably my favourite comment of all time. It goes, Istanbul, yeah, this is my Istanbul. Big up Istanbul. He goes, 1, bring up a topic. 2, insult each other for 20 minutes. 3, let's go back to the topic. 4, continue to insult each other. This is why it's the best podcast.
Who's that? What's his name? Or her name?
Istanbul. That's what I said.
Big up Istanbul. Bro, you lot were cussing me this week. I got so many comments about
You're classy.
looking like a member of Oasis out here. Cheers, Brian36. Why does Jaik look like one of the 3 blind mice from Shrek? Big up Monster Wolf. Jaik looking like Elton John. Big up Lewis White. Jesus. Relegated Jaik looking like relegated Ed Sheeran. Cheers. Cheers,
Yo,
Don P.
Hey, listen, I don't know if you lot clocked it as well yet, but 2 people have mentioned it already. The way Chris went bare quiet after people reminded him that. Bro, I'm not gonna lie. That hurt Chris.
Yeah, hurt him.
That hurt him still. That hurt.
Oh,
I can't wait. Yeah, someone called you Jack. Jack.
Someone said do a podcast where everything Akeem says is muted.
That would be a lit.
man.
That would be a lit podcast.
All right, cool. Well, yeah, man.
Any
I'll
more?
leave it at that. I'll
Any
leave it at
more?
that. No, that's it. Anyway, we leave
A
it
lot
at
of people are happy to see Jaik back in it.
that. No, Jack, you was getting a lot of the early comments.
I was, yeah. Big up everyone. I'm staying now, so
Yeah.
summer might be a bit peak because I get busy during summertime.
We got our championship correspondent, man. Anyway, listen, we're gonna
Hi
wrap
guys.
up now.
Yeah.
Make sure you guys leave
We
us
gotta
a comment.
go. We gotta go.
Thanks so much for tuning in to the Cheekysport podcast.
Big up everyone.
As you guys can tell, it's a lot quieter when Chris is in here.
I know we actually get
No
some-
Chris, you know you're gonna hear no Chris, no party. Don't worry, Chris will
Yeah.
be back next week.
He'll be back
We'll all
next
have a good
week.
fight then.
He's,
alright?
he's too busy getting his hairline done. Anyway, big up everyone. Shouts out to all of you. Big up everyone fasting as well. Ramadan Kareem.
Jeez.
And yeah, safe.
I'm Jay. He's Jaik.
I'm
He's
Jaik,
Akeem.
See you later.
nice one,
3
mate.
band mice, baby.